So what is going on, people? It's Kim here. Welcome back to another completed transfers video. So even since I last did one of these, we've had a couple more transfers. I do apologise about the length of that previous video, but obviously there was a lot that I needed to cover, of course. So we finished off with the signing of Kante from Chelsea, and that was on the 16th of July. And now we're up to the 22nd of July now, of course. And as you can imagine, it's been a very active transfer window so far, and I am quite impressed actually with seeing how well other clubs have been doing. So the first transfer I want to cover for you all today is a loan move from Liverpool's Adam Bogdan, who of course they signed last year from Bolton, the goalkeeper. Now Liverpool have been in the market and have got themselves a new goalkeeper, who I think will be more of a rivalry with Mignolet, of course, than what Bogdan was. So Bogdan has actually got himself a loan move to Wigan. Next up, we go back to another quite active side, actually, a newly promoted side, Middlesbrough, of course. Now, Middlesbrough have managed to sign on loan Alvaro Negredo from Valencia. When Negredo was at Man City, I thought he was pretty good. I thought I was quite shocked when Man City actually sold him, considering the strikers that they had back then as well. I thought he was a lot better than, obviously he's no Aguero, but I thought he was better than the likes of they had Jacko then. I don't think they had Boney. I can't quite remember now, but yeah, I thought it was better than Jacko, but they kept Jacko on, even though he has also gone now. But they did keep him on originally and let Negredo go, which yeah, like I say, I was quite shocked about, but who knows? Anyway, he'll be returning to the Premier League with Middlesbrough, of course, and it will be good to see him back in the Premier League. And yeah, I hope that he does well at Middlesbrough. Next up, another strange one actually. Mario Götze, who is obviously, I heard a lot of rumours about him being unhappy at Bayern Munich. I don't know why. I don't know how, the depths of it all, or what, why exactly he was unhappy. But Götze has actually gone back to Borussia Dortmund, who sold him to Bayern Munich in the first place, which is quite crazy because that's practically like it's a similar situation to what Fabregas did to Arsenal, but only Fabregas going back to Arsenal. And it's funny because it's that kind of situation. Like Götze was hated that much by some Borussia Dortmund fans, as you can imagine. Leaving for Bayern, and obviously Borussia Dortmund must be so pissed off because like they've been ripped off, and every time they get good players that do well, Hummel's another fine example of this. They do tend to get sold to Bayern Munich, and it seems that Bayern Munich is just full of ex Borussia Dortmund players. So it is quite annoying. However, the fee that he's gone to is around 20 million, which I think is cheap, but I think that's probably a buyback clause that's been activated or something there. But a good signing for Borussia Dortmund to get back. Will he stay at Borussia Dortmund though? That is the question. It's like a similar situation to the Morata situation as well. Is he going to stay at Real Madrid? Newcastle United once again have been active in the transfer market. This is coming in yesterday, announced that they signed Grant Hanley, who I believe is a centre-back, from Blackburn Rovers for an undisclosed fee. So Newcastle, they're adding to the defence. Obviously, they've just allowed Fabrizio Colaccini to leave the club. So it looks like, yes, Grant Hanley will be coming now as somewhat of a replacement. Next up, we go back to Borussia Dortmund, actually, who have added another great player, in my opinion. Andre Schürrle, obviously probably well known for moving to Chelsea, then he went to Wolfsburg, staying out in Germany, and now moving to Borussia Dortmund. Great signing for Borussia. It's a quality signing. He's a player that I think is actually quite underrated. The fee is undisclosed once again. I won't go off any bullshit, guys. I'm saying it as it is. I will not go off any bullshit. I will tell you exactly what has been confirmed. There might be rumours of the fee, but I don't know. Okay, there's an undisclosed fee, right now. We might find out later. If we do, if someone can comment that'd be great. But yeah, he's gone to Borussia Dortmund, and like I say, great stuff from Borussia Dortmund with this transfer window. They've been really, really active. I'm quite impressed. And to finish off, we'll kind of finish off on the transfers of today. I'm going to talk about Rob Holding. So the way that Arsenal announced this move was absolute class. Somebody who I actually knew from a bit ago from Arsenal Twitter called John actually tweeted Arsenal replying to Arsenal posted these pictures of the backs of players' heads or players with their faces covered basically, and we had to guess who they were. The first one was Gabriel, the second one was Joel Campbell. Then they leaked a picture of Rob Holding, very cheeky from Arsenal, with his back to the camera. And John actually guessed it, and Arsenal replied, "Yes, welcome, Rob." And it was good. You know, it's one of the best things one of the best ways Arsenal have announced a transfer, and I was really impressed with that. It's very cheeky, very snidely done there, but really impressed with that. Really, I really rate that, and it just adds to it just adds to the humour of the transfer window. Because being an Arsenal fan during transfer season can be quite depressing. I mean, you get fans that obviously jump the gun far too early. Some people have done with Rob Holding as well, you know, writing him off. But from what I've actually seen, I follow Hugh Wizzy on Twitter, and Hugh retweeted a Bolton fan's tweet saying that a season ticket fan at Bolton Wanderers who said that Rob Holding was one of their best players last season, a real standout. So, you know, he can't be all that bad. He's very young. People will argue, okay, but he's only played for Bolton Wanderers. Well, for me, Jack Wilshere was not rubbish, but not great at Arsenal until he went out on loan to Bolton, and he come back a changed player. I know he's had his injury woes, but that's another matter. The fact of the matter is, Bolton are a good club, and I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to say that they're absolute class or anything, no offence if you are a Bolton fan, but still, the fact that he's really shone out. Look at Carl Jenkinson, for example. When we signed Carl Jenkinson, everybody was like, oh my god, who is this guy? He probably didn't get off to the best of starts, but then he started to gel really well at Arsenal, I feel. He's had a good loan move out at West Ham as well. West Ham fans were relatively pleased with him, and now he's back at Arsenal as well. He's currently had an injury. I think he's on the verge of recovering or whatnot. But yeah, I just think don't write a player off until you've actually seen them play. So yeah, that does bring me to the end of the transfers. I want to go over something new now with you guys, and that is I'm going to do something different here and ask you guys, what do you think about, it's been confirmed this afternoon basically that a big Sam Allardyce will be taking over as England manager, managing the England national team. Now he's been kind of favourites for a week or two now. Seemed quite likely that we would end up with Big Sam, but it's been confirmed today. It's done. Now, what do you guys think about that? If you've supported a club that Sam has previously managed, there are quite a few. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Even if you haven't supported a club that he's managed, just let me know what you think of it in the comments down below, and I will be making a follow-up video on this with your comments, as long as I get enough, of course. And yeah, with that being said, guys, thank you all for watching this, and obviously do all the usual stuff for me, like, subscribe, drop that comment for me. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next video.